More and more people are cutting the cord on their landline phone service and opting to have only a cell phone.
In fact, the Nielsen Company shows that more than 1 in every 5 U.S. homes have no landline and rely only on wireless phone service. So we asked Josh Elledge from SavingsAngel.com to join us today to help determine if hanging up on your landline is such a good idea. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
So there has to be some do's and don'ts and good things and bad things about giving up the landline. Let's start with whatever you think is the best thing about it.
Well, for a home phone line, you're right. Statistically, more and more people are canceling. Of 25 to 29-year-olds, only about half actually have bothered with a landline. It's just something people are canceling.
Well, it makes sense because it's expensive, too.
It is. It's very expensive, especially when you start looking at all of the fees and taxes.
And they keep going up.
They do. Even if you just have basic service, you're still going to get nailed with all the taxes and fees.
Okay, so if you look at your bill and you see all of these different taxes, federal and state, local, what are all these taxes?
Well, federal and state are pretty easy to understand. It's just money going to the Fed or to the state. But one is a universal service charge. And what this does is for underserved areas or rural communities or people with lower incomes, this allows telephone service to be extended and all the other services to be extended into those areas. So we all kind of have to chip into that. We did an inventory of exactly what we were paying for, and we found that there were services like advanced ringtones and advanced call forwarding features that we didn't need. So what I suggest is that everybody just look at your phone bill and see if you can drop down to a lower package, perhaps.
Making a phone call that is a toll call. I use my cell phone for that. Long distance calls, I use my cell phone, right? You don't need to have that in your package.
You know, a lot of times you look at your long distance package, for example. For us, we just weren't spending that many minutes in long distance charges. So it's more economical for us to pay the 18 cents a minute than it is to pay $23 a month for unlimited long distance when we already have a cell phone for that.
We talked about this too. I did that where the phone company will not let a call go through if I forget and I make a toll call that's more than, 5 miles away from my house. That call won't go through, and I'm reminded, just use my cell phone. It saves money.
This is a really smart idea because I think a lot of us are just trapped into a habit, and some of us, it's really difficult to let go of this concept of, well, maybe I don't even need a landline. So just by investigating, you can either drop your charges or it's possible we could eliminate them altogether.
Well, one thing I want to say is I use my cell phone for everything. I make long-distance calls. I like to go on the Internet. You said you don't like to go on the Internet either. Can you go through some of those packages and say, I want this, but I don't want this. I want this, but I don't want that?
You can. When you start breaking them apart, though, that's when they're going to start nailing you, and you may end up paying more than you do if you just buy a package.
Okay, now what if you say, I need to be able to call 911? You know, that's why I want to keep the landline.
Well, a lot of people have this belief that the only way that you can have enhanced 911 services, which gives the location to the emergency provider, is to have a landline. That's not true. Okay, cell phones, most modern-day cell phones offer enhanced 911. However, they can only locate you geographically. They can't tell you they can't say what floor you're on.
You live in a condo building.
Exactly. However, if you get a voice over IP line, now there's voice over IP like Magic Jack, or a very popular one is Uma, and it's a new service where it's a lot less expensive, and it's got full enhanced 911 capabilities. Consumer Reports just did a review of all of the voice over IP providers and found Uma was rated #1, and it's a one-time $199 charge, and then you're set for life. No phone bill.
Now, if you'd like to find out more about Magic Jack or Uma, which we need to look into that a little more, Linda, and other ways to reduce your phone bill, just go to our website, abc7chicago.com, and be sure to click on See It on TV.
And now, after a final